to show you how to play these types of chords through a jazz standard. These are called shell chord voicings, so that you could play a duet with another jazz guitar player or another instrumentalist in a duet setting. So my name is Matt Friedland. I'm a professional music teacher. If you enjoy this content, please like the page. Please subscribe and leave a comment below if there's anything you have questions about. So I want to give you 3 steps or so to mapping out these shell voicings so you can apply them to a jazz standard. And the thing was, when I first got into jazz, I really had no idea how to do any of this. So if you told me to play like, you know, hey, C major 7, I probably only knew like one way to do it. That or this, those 2 voicings, which are fine. But when it came to moving around and being creative, it was pretty limiting. So then what I had to discover, what I was shown by a lot of my teachers, was how to play shell voicings so that you can kind of get the chord thing happening, a little bit more rhythm, and add in some bass so that you kind of fill out the music. And this really does a lot in a duet setting. So to do this, you need to know, first step is you need to know some voicings here. So I'm going to start with the roots on the top string for some categories here. We've got major 7 chords, we've got dominant 7th chords, and we've got minor 7th chords that we'll take a look at. So we're starting here with C major 7. The first thing is we need the root, and then we've got a major 7, which is the B. Just those 2 notes there, and then we add the pinky in and we've got the 3rd. So a shell voicing is generally just the root, the 3rd, and the 7th. Or in this case, I'm playing root, 7th, and 3rd. I have C major 7. Now, of course, this is movable. So if I need to play B flat major 7, I'm just going to drop it onto the 6th fret. Got B flat major 7. If I need to play A flat major 7, then I just move it onto the 4th fret. Okay, so all these forms are movable, so I'm going to reuse them as I play through a standard. So we've got C major 7 here. And now if we want to adjust this to a C dominant 7, that major 7, just going to take that down a half step, becomes a B flat. So we've got C, B flat, and E. So now I've got root, minor 7th, and major 3rd. And there's my dominant 7th chord. So I have major 7, major 7th, and 3rd. Just drop the major 7th down a half step. And now I've got the dominant 7th. Okay, now if I want to play minor 7, all I have to do is take that 3rd, the E, down to an E flat. So now I've got minor 7. And with these 3 shapes, there's a lot of ground that you can cover for a jazz standard. So we've got major 7, drop the 7th down, becomes dominant 7th, and then we got minor 7. Now the cool thing about the minor 7 is I can use this shape for minor 7 chords, or I could also use it for minor 7 flat 5 chords. And because there's no 5th in this chord, it works for both. So if I was playing C minor 7 and then D minor 7 flat 5, I could just use the same shape, the minor 7 voicing, because there's no 5th. Okay, so we got those 3 shapes. That's step 1, is to learn those 3 shapes and move them around so you know where to put them. So if I wanted to play G major 7, got the 3rd fret. If I would play G dominant 7, take the 7th down a half step, and then I got G minor 7. Okay, now if I'm playing the voicings on the 5th string, there's actually a couple options here. So step 2 is if I'm looking at the 5th string, the way that I look at this is I'm going to play F major 7. So I'm going to start with F here. We need the 3rd. I'm going to play the A here, major 3rd, and then I've got the major 7th, which is the E. So for these chords, they're all going to be on strings 5, 4, and 3. You could use the 3rd finger there if you want to. So this is major 7. Now if I take the major 7 down a half step, becomes minor 7. So I've got root, major 3rd, and I've got minor 7. So here's my dominant 7th chord. So major 7, F major 7, got F dominant 7. Now if I need F minor 7, the index finger here, I'm just going to move that down from A to A flat. So now I've got F minor 7. So again, it started major 7, root, 3rd, major 7, go to dominant 7, root, 3rd, flat 7, and then I'm going to go to minor 7, take the root, flatten the 3rd to A flat. We got the minor 7 here. And of course, I can use this same voicing because there's no 5th. The F minor 7 can also work for F minor 7 flat 5. Okay, and I can use these anywhere. So if I want to play D major 7, there's D major 7, D dominant 7, and D minor 7, or D minor 7 flat 5. I could use the same voicing. If I need to play A minor 7, or A major 7, on the 12th fret, A7, and then A minor 7. Okay? So that's the string set 5, 4, and 3. Now step 3 is going to be string set 5, 3, and 2. So for this string set, if I use F major 7, I've got F, I've got the major 7 is the E, and I've got the major 3rd is the A. So there's my major 7, shell voicing. Now, if I play F dominant 7, I just have to take the major 7 down to a flat 7. Now I've got F7 here. And if I go to F minor 7, I'm just taking the major 3rd down a half step. Now I've got F minor 7. Or I could use it for F minor 7 flat 5. So when I look at these 3 voicings, again, it's major 7, F, E, and then A. Take the E down to an E flat, becomes F dominant 7. And then we take the A down to an A flat, and it becomes F minor 7. So now we've got basically 9 voicings, and that's more than enough to cover really any jazz standard. So what I was playing in the beginning was Stella by Starlight. So the first chord is E minor 7, flat 5. So I could play E minor 7 using this voicing or this one. We have root, minor 7, and then minor 3rd. Or I could play root, minor 3rd, minor 7. Then it goes to an A7. So then I can play A, G, and C sharp. So we could do this, and really the same shape. Just moving it up a string and over 2 frets gives me A7. Then it goes to C minor 7. So I'm just going to come over here to C, B flat, and E flat. So there's my C minor 7. So we've got E minor 7, flat 5, A7, C minor 7, then it goes to an F7. So I'm going to play F, A, and E flat. So that gets me through the first 4 bars. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I like playing these with the pick on the bass string and the 2nd and 3rd finger on the other higher strings for more of a piano type sound, a more padded type of sound. What's also nice about these is you only have the 3 notes, so they've got a lot of open, airy space to them. They don't get really kind of dense and cluttered. We could do that, these thicker voicings, but a lot of it's kind of raky with the pick and everything, and to me it's not as smooth. So if I play with the fingers in the pick, I get a little bit more of a smooth sound, more piano type sound. And from there, then you can add in some rhythms. You can break up the bass notes or the other strings. So we could do something like various patterns between the bass strings. So it opens up a lot of rhythmic possibilities. And I can continue through the tune there, just applying the voicings that I showed you here. But hopefully this made sense, and hopefully this will really open up some possibilities for how you play a standard, just using shell voicings. And these are great for duets. So if I was playing with another guitar player, he would be playing the melody or soloing, and I play the chords. And I don't need a bass player here or necessarily a piano player. I can cover all the ground myself. Now on the flip side, I wouldn't play these if I was playing with a bass player, because I don't want the bass notes to be in their way. I would play some different voicings, which I'm more than happy to create a video or share with you guys if you're interested. So if you want to learn more about those type of voicings, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about anything, leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, again, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.